Previously, on our last video, we talked about how to achieve a 3-step beautiful matte eyeshadow, how to ensure that both eyes come out the same and they look all cute and nice. So if you've not already watched this video, please go to our previous post, watch and drop your comments on this post. Hi guys, you're welcome back to our 30 days makeup series, and on today's episode we'll be doing our brow work for this particular look. So we started off with, as usual, brushing up the brows, and then we drew the under part of the brow, like the underlining of the brow. While we're doing this, we're just going carefully at it, ensuring that we're getting a smooth, clean underlining. And after underlining the under part of the brow, we brushed all the hairs up and then went to do the top part, ensuring that the tail, every part of the eyebrow is on point. We did the top, ensured that the arc on the top part and the arc on the lower part is the same before we went in to start filling up the brows. So I filled up this brow carefully, and I went in to ensure that the brow was really properly filled up and it was looking beautiful. And while I was doing this, I was brushing the eyebrows on interval in order to avoid a really cakey look for the brow. Now, when I mean cakey, there are different methods for drawing eyebrow depending on what you're trying to achieve. During this series, I'm going to do a brow using a brow gel. Then I'll do a brow using a pencil, just like as I'm doing. So you see the difference. When you use a brow gel to draw eyebrows, it comes out looking nice. It's usually nice, but it's not looking natural at all. So the pencil gives it this natural feel. And one thing about Joyful would always go for looks that looks more natural, that mimics your natural facial features. So that's the reason you always see that I always use pencil and I never use brow gels. So brow gels, they come out beautiful, but they have this look that looks like you drew. It looks like a painting. It looks like something you drew that's not so natural. And I don't like that vibe for my brows. I can actually do it. Yes, I can. But I choose the natural way. I choose to make my makeup mimic your natural features. How feathery your natural brows look, that's how I want to ensure that your brows look at the end of every makeup session. So you see that I went to do the same thing for the other part of the brow, essentially draw the underlining, the top lining, ensuring that both arcs are on the same point. Then draw out your brows instead of dragging it in. Pull it out. Pull it out, baby. Pull it out. Don't be scared to pull it out. So I essentially drew the brow in order to ensure that it gives our face a beautiful frame. The brow is very important in every makeup look. It's sort of like the framework of your face. It gives your face this beautiful frame and sculpt first. Like, it's like that foundation part that ensures that your face is looking nice. So when the brow isn't so good, it's sort of like has a way of making the makeup look like it wasn't done so well, like it wasn't professional or it wasn't neat. With a good brow, good skin work and lip gloss, you'll be looking like you spent a bag of money on your makeup, you know. So that's essentially how important your brow game is. So you can see how beautiful my brow already look. This brow is perfect and it can go as it is. But I decided to conceal this brow in order to highlight it. Now, there's a difference between concealing your brows and highlighting your brows. When you're concealing, you're trying to cover up mistakes that you made using your concealer. So you get to use your concealer to clean off your mistakes and ensure that everywhere is smooth. But for this brow, there was no mistake at all. The main reason I used the concealer on this brow was essentially to highlight it in order to make the lines of the brow more visible on the under parts. I don't highlight the top of the brow. I just do the under. And when it comes to this beginning part of the brow, I always ensure that I don't go in with a light concealer. I go in with a concealer that is a bit darker than an actual tone. And then I use a blending brush to blend all of it in to ensure that everything is smoothly concealed and everything, it's a good and fine blend. So after doing that for the other eye, I went to the left eye or the right eye, whatever eye it is, but obviously the other eye, to do the same thing. I use a light concealer for the middle part of the brow down to the outer part, and then I used a darker concealer that corresponds with the undertone of our contour to do the beginning part of the brow, in order to ensure that there's a sync there and it's not ruining a contour, like the nose contour that we did. So that's essentially the essence. So you see me using a blending brush to blend it all out and ensure that the brow is highlighted, but at the same time, it has a smooth transition with that transition shade that I had initially used, as you can see in the video. So after I had finished doing this, I used my concealer to highlight our eyes. Now, I did the eyeliner look. I did like a wing liner look. So I needed it to be highlighted. I needed the eyes to have that lift. And there were a little bit of eyeshadow fall-offs from the eyeshadow outside where the eyeliner is. So I used the concealer to clean that up and ensure that the eyes are being properly lifted, as you can see me do in the video. So after I did this using a flat tipped brush and a concealer, I went to use a small blending brush to blend it all out and ensure that everywhere is beautiful. I did this for both eyes to ensure that the makeup is very, very clean. This particular glam, I paid attention to every single detail, like every single detail was being touched. I touched every single detail when it comes to this particular glam. I was very, very careful with it. So this was me using the fluffy small brush to blend it all out to ensure that it had a beautiful blend before I went in with a small amount, very small amount of setting powder, because obviously we're not baking. I was just trying to dry out the powder deposit that was there. And after I finished that, I had to go in with a mascara to brush the eyes. Did I say eyes? Brush the eyelashes, of course. And then after brushing up the eyelashes to prep for fixing, I went in with the lash glue. And now the main reason why this particular step is very important is so that when you fix your false lashes, it will have a beautiful, it will just have a smooth sync. There would be no separation. It's not like there won't be separation, but here, the false lash will be on top your main lashes, and your lashes is as black as the false lash. So it sort of gives it that sync on your eyes where it's not looking so separated in the video when you film or when you take pictures. So you must not necessarily even have to press it at times. Like personally, me, I have a very, very curly lashes. So I'm very careful when it comes to fixing my lashes and things I do. So those are one of the steps you shouldn't miss out when it comes to fixing lashes. Always brush the top part of the lash with lash mascara rather, before you go in with your glue, as you can see me do in this video. So I essentially just drop the glue on the lash lid and then I go in with my lashes. That's exactly how I do it. No two ways about it. I prefer doing it that way. So I just put my lash on the lash glue, and I said lash glue on the lash lid, and then we have a sync. I don't put my lash glue on the lash. I used to do it before, but this other method works way, way easier for me. And since I started using this method and this method worked better, I've sticked with it since then till now. And honestly, there's been no stress. So after you've dropped that lash glue, it's just for your model to keep her eyes in place for you to place the lashes properly at the point where you need it to be placed. So if you watch this video up until this very moment, thank you very much for sticking with us up until now. If this is your first time in this channel, you're welcome to our channel. Please hit the subscribe button and then hit the post notification bell as well, because we'll be dropping videos back to back. At least 5 to 6 videos in a week. Like, we're dropping videos almost every single day. because we're doing a 30 days makeup series where we're teaching makeup from scratch, literally holding your hands throughout how makeup is being done. And you can also drop your own suggestions on the comment section concerning areas of makeup where you want to learn and maybe I have not touched. Thank you very much to our returning subscribers. Here's my cue to say goodbye for today. We'll see you on our next one. Ciao.